Praise thy holy name. Bless thy holy name, Father, in the name of Yahshua. I'm trying to get my light a little bit fixed here. I'm coming to you today to finish up my video that I had started, and for some reason why my new computer shut off. But I must do this for I'm going to go to Matthew, and you remember we're talking about when Yahshua is coming, and what Yahshua said, because he said, but when the day or an hour will come, no one knows about his coming, not the angels in heaven, not the Son, only the Father. For the Son of Man comes will be just as it was in the days of Noah. Back then, before the flood, people went on eating and drinking, taking wives and becoming wise right up till the end. Noah entered the ark, and they didn't know what was happening until the flood came and swept them all away. It will be like that when the Son of Man comes. Then there will be 2 men in the field, one will be taken and the other left. There will be 2 women grinding flour at the mill, and one will be taken and the other left. So stay alert. Stay alert. Because you don't know on that day your Lord will come, but you do know this. Had the owner of the house known when the thief was coming, he would have stayed awake, not allowing the house to be broken into. Therefore, too, must always be ready, for the Son of Man will come when you are not expecting him. Okay, I'm going to go back over here to the Torah, and where it was happening during the time I told you how the fallen angels had come down and were marrying the women a man, and yes, those angels ended up in the pits, chained up. But later on there was others that come, and more will come later. But I am not saying this to make people afraid. Because you know what? I don't care how many demons, how many fallen angels around, and there are thousands and thousands and thousands. In God's kingdom, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of angels. There were thousands and thousands of angels that had fell during that time. Some come down, did what they did. The others come down during the time of when after the flood, because Moses said that when the 12 men went over to the promised land, only 2 come back and said, yes, we can take it. The rest of them says, oh no, we can't take it. The giants are over there. But let's just go back to Noah. For it says, with Noah found favor in God. This is in Genesis, see it, the 6th chapter, 8th verse. And God had already told him, I'm going to wipe out everything. Let me move back a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this done. I hope it don't cut off on me like the other one did. It says in the 6th, the 5th verse, the Lord saw how great was man's wickedness on earth, and how very plain devised by his mind was nothing but evil at all. And the Lord regretted that he had made man on earth, and his heart was saddened. The Lord said, I will blot out the earth, the men whom I created, men together with the beasts, creeping things, and the birds of the air, for I regret that I made him. But he found favor in Noah. And when he found favor in Noah, thank you, Father, he told Noah to build an ark and to cover it with pitch. and to bring it where all the animals could come in, two of a kind, two of a kind. When Noah was in the midst of all this chaos, he was in the midst of all this evil. He seen the fallen angels. He had to have. He lived there amongst mankind. His father had brothers and sisters. His father had other children, so they were brothers and sisters of Noah. So, but only Noah, of all of them, found favor. And he was covered by Yahweh and protected. You didn't see any of the falling angels coming over, knocking on his door, dragging him out, eating his brains. No, they lived there. They lived with women. They partake of all of this stuff just like a human being, which was against God's orders, against his commandments. And Noah seen it all, every bit of it. And I believe he was so stressed at heart. Don't you, when you look around at what's going on in the world, you get stressed at heart? Because you see the evil, you see the things that are going on. I know I do. It doesn't make me fear. No. Because Satan can't harm me or hurt me, nor can any of the demons that are around. People may say, do you believe that that UFOs are around? Well, yes, I do. And do I believe that those could be possibly some fallen angels, not particularly the ones back in Genesis, but could they be fallen angels? Yes, I do. Because when the Antichrist comes down and Satan stands on the sideline and gives him the power to rule and reign, there will be forces let loose upon this earth from the pit, where it says that he will send down an angel with a key and let loose the bottomless pit, and they will come forth. But I don't fear, because Noah didn't fear. He went and done exactly what the Father, Yahweh, told him to do. He said, go out and build a boat. Well, it took him 100 years to build this boat. And all that time he was building the boat, don't you know that those fallen angels, don't you know that everybody else around seen him building this humongous boat? It's not something like you can cover up and then all of a sudden everybody see it. No, they seen him doing it. And he went out and he preached. And he told them, the flood is coming. This earth is going to be destroyed. And you know what? I imagine that he had many people, just as we do today, that laugh and go, oh, well, that's never happened before, so it's not going to happen. No way. God ain't going to destroy this earth with flood. No way. But that day, the rains begin. And the bowels of this earth opened up and the water poured forth. Noah had already been put into the ark, and God himself, Yahweh, sealed the door. Well, we are in that time again. We can look around and see all the disaster, all the destruction, and we can sit and be afraid and listen to all the doomsday prophets that says that, they're going to come down and do all of this terrible stuff to us, they're going to sort of like my brother Bruce said, come peeking in the windows and, no, no, no. Yahshua is our covering, just like Yahweh was Noah's covering. They did not hurt him. They did not come over and beat him up. They didn't get an army and come up there and burn his house and tear it down. Why? Because God told him to build an ark. When you are told to do something, that same authority that gives you to build this thing and to bring it forth, his covering is over you. Did they mock and laugh at him? Oh, I'm sure. I believe even the fallen angels probably encouraged him. Said, that's not going to happen. Why, we're God's. Look at us. We're here. We'll protect you. We'll keep you from harm. Just put yourselves into our authority and trust us, and that this old man will die and go his way, and the world will keep going on because we are your protectives. We have more power than any of this, so we can take care of you and we can protect you. We will feed you. We will clothe you. Pretty well what's going to happen at the end time when things are going bad. And it says if you take the mark, if you don't take the mark of the beast on your hand, you can't neither buy nor sell. Well, you know what? If Yahweh can supply the need of the people of Israel as they walked across that desert for 40 years, food don't grow out in the desert. Very little water runs in the desert. That's why Noah had to strike the rock to bring forth water, even though he got himself in trouble by being angry at Noah. Excuse me, my dogs are going off again. But even though he was angry at the people for disbelief, we've got to wake up and quit listening to all this doomsday thing and getting scared and getting where you got to follow some person thinking that person can lead you out of tragedy. No, you can't. That person can't. I can't. Nobody can. But Yahweh can. Yahshua can. Yahshua come and died on the cross. He bled. He covered me with his blood. He's my protector. He's my rock. He keeps me solid. He covers me just like Yahweh did with Noah when he was building that ark, and the fallen angels would come around and look. Now this is just me talking, not in scriptures, but my own imagination, that they would come around and they would look and go and shake their head. Oh no, this isn't going to happen. But you know what? It did happen. Those angels were thrown into the bottomless pit and chained up until the day of judgment. And he protected Noah, just like he's going to protect his chosen, his children. Why do you fear? Why do you run? Why do you run from one person to another? Why do you seek counsel from people that all they can do is talk fear and hate and anger, when Yahshua is of love and compassion and protection, and he will protect you from all kinds of evil, even if they are the fallen angels? He can protect me. I don't have to fear. I can stand in the midst of a windstorm and Yahshua will protect me. Please, Father, open their eyes up, open their ears up.